when it comes down to the things that I'm doing, I don't always have everything figured out before I do it. For instance, my book, right? I wrote that book in 4 weeks. I decided to write the book the day gyms closed because of COVID. It took me 4 weeks, start to finish, to write the book, have it printed, and have a hard copy in hand. Okay? I took the photos of the front and the back with my phone on a tripod outside. I wrote everything that was in the book in Google and Microsoft Word. I had no plan. Once I told people I was writing a book, it was for my own purpose. I ordered 30 copies. I said I had 30 copies. If I sell 30, I get my money back. I'm good. Well, I sold over 100 in pre-orders. And I didn't even, but that was because of the value that I brought those people beforehand. And so what I learned about business is, and this is one of the keys to success. If anybody's in business and they're listening to this, write this down. You do not need to sell people if they see your value on the front end of things, which means if I give you everything for free, people say, why are you always posting free workouts on your Instagram? Because the moment you message me, you know you got to pay. You get what I'm saying? Right. If I give you everything for free and you message me, you know you paying. Because at the end of the day, if I can show you that my true value is in you getting this information, if my true value is in you reaching your goals, you're going to trust me more, which means you know that my goal is your goal, which means that you're more inclined to want to give me your money. So I didn't do any promo really for the book besides allowing my followers to pick the cover, allowing them to vote on when it comes, how long should the book be? All of these things they were able to give me input on, and that's what allowed that to grow into what it was. The same thing for my business. If I'm going to go and put this information, what I'm doing is I'm showing you the value without selling you. Because the last thing somebody wants to feel in the business is like they're being sold to, because now all you care about is the money. But the moment I show you I care about something greater than the money is the moment you want to throw the money to me. Right? So value first. I'm going to give you the value, and through that, because it's free and I'm giving you so much, people are waiting to spend money. So the moment I say I'm offering online this for this much, I'm offering this, I got this discount, it's just going to go up. Because I'm doing so much for free that they want to give me the point. They want to pay me. So if you're in business, if you want to do well in your business, show your value before you show your prices. You show your prices first. You got to convince them of your value. I show you my value. You want to see my prices. So that's something that I picked up on from learning from the people that I was around, and I'm very, very, very adamant about that. I think that is the key to my entire business. I literally got a message this morning from a pastor in Baton Rouge who thanked me for my posts and stuff, but told me I was a part of his sermon last week. Like, what? Like, I post workout videos. I have no idea what I was in his sermon for, but I got a bunch of church people who just started, church pastors who just follow me and stuff. But my point is, when it comes down to business and it comes down to the business aspect of how you approach things, have confidence in what you're doing and provide the value on the front end of things, and worry about the money. We cross that. You get the money once you've already established that value, right? Nobody has to convince you of it.
Sure. That's hella game. That's game right there, for real. And that's crazy. Like I always tell people, just because I do mental health, obviously, I do a lot of videos and stuff, and I be trying to tell people too that it's not about because people remember when I started for like 1,000 something followers. Now I'm at like 25, but I keep trying to tell people that even when my clips go crazy, I'm like, some of those clips that's going crazy are just numbers. I done did a clip that did trash numbers, but I impacted 5 to 10 people. That's my goal. You know what I'm saying? Like that 5 to 10 means more to me than this 20,000 posts that people view because I directly help them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So people don't really understand that. Even if like a pastor or something call, or like I just had one of my best friends, shout out to my guy T Head, but he called me and literally told me that I was the reason why he's doing better and he decided to make a change within his life. Him seeing me post every day. We went on a vacation on a cruise and it was crazy. He was like, bro, your work ethic is ridiculous. Like, you need me to help shoot videos? I'm like, oh, you asking? I'm like, oh, we can go right now. We shot videos every day on the cruise. Like, I was literally on vacation 3-4 hours. Like at 2 to 6 in the morning, he'll tell you we outside shooting clips. It's the work ethic mind of like, I just need to keep building because I'm gonna get these bigger guests and I'm gonna be able to talk to these brands and stuff. But it starts right now. You know what I'm saying? But him, those times changed his life for him to do better. 2 months after that, now, you know, gratefully, you know, he's got a job and he's doing way better than what he did before we even reconnected because I've been gone. I live on this side of the world. I love you, but I'm on this side. You're on that side. You know what I'm saying? So people don't really understand the value of that, of understanding that it's not about followers. It's not about having millions of, like, it's the people that you impact. If you're truly doing it for the people. Now, if you're doing it for money, then, I mean, I can't really know advice to that. But I want to kind of get into this with you. You said something that really caught me, and I was like, bro, I got to interview this dude. Like, I know for sure, like, you were talking about Nipsey Hussle, and you said you fell in love with Nipsey music. Nipsey is the reason why I'm even doing a podcast. He's the reason why I became an entrepreneur. He's the reason that I haven't, gratefully, I can say, haven't worked in the system for like 2 years, two full years. I've been a full entrepreneur. So, like, Nipsey inspired me in ways that I really, man, I literally, I pray, I thank him all the time, like, for any accomplishment that I get because he truly changed my life. And it was the music is a detail to that. Because I try to tell people, too, like that album, Victory Lap, is a whole bunch of game. $1 Million While He's Young, if you look at the lyrics, he's telling you, this is what you got to do to be $1 million. Put your focus on this. You know what I'm saying? I can go through every track because I know it backhand, but I understand when you said that. I think you said that in an interview with some of your friends, like Charles. Shout out to those guys. I know them, not personally, but I do know them. But you were like, man, nah, I fell in love with Nipsey music, and he gave me the blueprint to cut the middleman out and go directly to the source. So talk about that.
Yeah. So yeah, man, really the middleman, that's a big thing for me, right? So when I was living in, this is what got me to do the entrepreneur route. When I was living in DC, I was working as a personal trainer while I was still running. About the time I decided that I was probably going to hang up the spikes, within the next couple of months, I really had to make a decision on what I was going to do next. Mind you, I was going to grad school while I was still running track professionally. So I got my master's degree online while living in DC. So I was still personal training in DC, but I started to learn ways in which I can bring in more money, but I was doing it for the gyms that I worked for and not for myself. So for instance, I would go out, and when you work as a personal trainer, they tell you to get clients, go on the floor and talk to people who are working out and ask them if they want to have training, if they want to do training sessions, or for the new members who join the gym, go and talk to them and schedule them for like an onboarding session. The conversion rate on this is horrible because people are joining the gym because they want to join the gym. They're not joining because they want personal training. And people who are working out are actually in the process of working out. They don't want to be sold personal training. So what I found was, why are we trying to sell to people who don't want to be sold to when there are people who are actively looking for personal trainers? So I'm like, I'm going to start advertising outside of the gym because the people here are already here. If they wanted trainers, they would sign up for a trainer. So I started going to local track meets and stuff and football games and talking to players and talking to parents. And I started to sign up entire football teams for memberships at gyms, entire track teams for memberships at gyms, which is a lot of money. I was signing them up only to train them for the same rate I've been training, which meant the middleman, the gym, was getting all of the money that from the sign-up fees, and I didn't get a raise from that. And so through that, I said, okay, well, that doesn't really make sense. I personally gave my boss a $20,000 raise, personally, from the efforts of signing all those memberships up. So once I realized that, I said, okay, I think I can do this on my own. And believe it or not, the supervisor at the job that I had told me I was crazy. She was like, why would you think you can do this? What makes you think you can do this on your own? What makes you think you know how to do this? And she was drinking. It was like a Christmas party. But still, I'm just observing me. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, right. Marking
Okay.
news. I like it.
Okay. So I moved to, before I moved to Houston, I had the plan already in place. I drove out here and I already had like my social media tagged location as if I was in Houston. I was already advertising like I was in Houston. Everything was already like I was there before I got there. So in the first week of being out here, I had a client because I was already working on that. And so what I did was I found a gym in which you can pay rent. So I pay a flat rate. I run my whole business through it. I do whatever I want, get access to the gym, train my clients. I removed the middleman. I removed the gym from being the barrier. And I went to a location in which I can now increase my prices to reflect what the gym was actually getting and I wasn't getting because they were taking a 60% cut, and I increased my income that way. And so same thing with the book. People say, why'd you did everything yourself? I made my website myself. I wrote my book myself. I built everything is done myself because some kid on YouTube is going to teach you how to do it. I'm not into paying somebody for something a skill that I can acquire. Especially if it's something that I can monetize on later. If I was still needing somebody to edit my videos, I would be paying somebody a lot of money, or would have already paid somebody a lot of money. Well, I'm not going to go into my money for things that you may have automatically done on a system, may have paid somebody else to do, and now you're upcharging me. It could be a whole lot of things that go on. And then if I want things done a specific way, I'd rather do those things and own up to the mistake myself than go back and forth with somebody else. So for me, having that understanding from top down about what you're doing and how that goes into play and what that looks like is really important. And I think a lot of people are lazy entrepreneurs, to be honest. They're just, they become entrepreneurs because they want to be the boss. And that's not a good reason to become an entrepreneur. You should become an entrepreneur because you work so hard and your work isn't valued, not because you want to be the one telling people what to do, which is why people do it.